Hello everyone, if you're a Next.js developer, you may have noticed there's a few differences between the old version of Next and Next 13 when it comes to configuring SCSS. I certainly did recently. Your boy's just moved his main project onto Next 13 and this was one of the big problems that I had that was holding me back. So when you're using Next, you're using CSS Modules, and that means that you've got computed class names that have like a dangle and then like a little computed value on the end. That's great. In the old version though, you used to be able to customize it. You could have it shorter, you could have it uglified. You could basically just customize it to your heart's extent, which was very useful, and if you've made use of that, that means you might have problems moving over to the next version of Next where you won't have that option anymore. And this used to be an easy thing to do. All you had to do was pass an option called localIdentName, click one on the computer. What we've got here is a Next.js app that I've just generated with the Next Create app tool. And I've done TypeScript for some reason, doesn't really matter. And I've created just one component that I'm calling logo. And let's have a look at what it looks like. Robocop head slowly rotating from side to side. I'm very proud of. Hover on it, it looks like it stops. Did I do that? Yeah. Let's just comment that out. I just want it to continuously move. And you can see in the JSX, I've got class name, style, Robocop, and that links to, here we go. What that's computed to is logo underscore Robocop underscore computed value. Not horrendous, I'll be honest. This example is not that egregious, but you are going to run into times where it is egregious and you need to do something about it. Ignore the fact that this isn't a bad example. So that we know where we're at. I've got my next config file here, just the one that was generated for me by the Next Create app. So that's where we're at right now. You might Google this problem and find this Stack Overflow article that I also found. And I think you'll find if you try all these little examples, it's fruitless. It didn't work for me. Couldn't figure it out. And then I found this blog post by Idiosyncratic blog, and he talks about a few bits and bobs, and then he talks about update on Next 12, gives you some jazz. It's not quite what I'm looking for, but he's getting there. He's in the right ballpark, and I think reading this article, we can get there now. We can get there, player. Right, so what we've got left now, I've done a bit of lifting and shifting, changed a bit to suit my purposes. This is what we got. So this is the config that we had before, just that one entry. And you'll see now we've got a custom webpack config. And what's going on here is we're looking for one of type object in the module rules of webpack. And then if we find that one object, we're going to regex for a bit of SCSS or Sass. The actual regex function here, not going to lie, lifted it from our friend's blog, Mr. Idiosyncratic. Thanks for that, dude. Once we've got that, we should be able to see that we have the Sass module. Let's try it. Let's just try logging that baby out. So, there we go, test. We've got it, we've got options. We've got access to CSS loader, and there's the options. If we've got it, which we have, we then look within there to find our CSS loader. Once we've got our CSS loader, we've got CSS loader options. We can do whatever we want. So we spread the current options and we overwrite modules with our own custom CSS loader options, which is here. And then we've got get local ident. Boom, which we're spreading just so we've got access here. We're actually spreading and we're returning the same thing. Start that again. Hit refresh. We're still loading. We've got the same class name. And that class name we have access to here. Check this out. Put a little const local ident equals to that. And we're going to return that. But we're also going to log it out. Boom. So we've got them all. And in this case, it's kind of just this bit that we don't want. We sort of just want it to be short. So I've actually got a regex that I got earlier. Put that in there. Put that into local ident. return that, and before I refresh, logo underscore Robocop, restart, refresh again, and badumph, Robocop. This way you just manipulate the output a tiny bit, get it how you want. You can do whatever you want now in that space. You've got full control, and I bless you to go forward and change your custom local ident. One thing that's crazy that you guys need to pay attention to is zoom in on this class name, like and subscribe player. I will leave the links to our friend's blog and this snippet of code in case you're interested in taking exactly what I got. And thanks for coming.